After training hundreds of real estate agents how to get more leads and book more appointments through marketing online, this is the biggest mistake that I see happen over and over again, and is the reason why some people are successful, and is the reason why some people just complain and can't seem to get it. And this exact same concept is valid through any business you're running, through any marketing you're doing online. So the concept I want to explain is the following. So imagine you're a real estate agent, and this applies to any industry and any market, but let's take real estate as an example. If you're a real estate agent and you're trying to generate leads, okay, and all of these are loads of different real estate agents fishing in the same pond, trying to catch a fish. Now the red fish are the people who want to buy today, who are ready to buy, right? They're the right buyer for you, the perfect dream client, and everyone else and all the small fish are just people who are just browsing, looking, who want to buy eventually but just are not ready yet. Now everyone's fishing the exact same pond. All of the different real estate agents in the market, everyone's throwing their bait and trying to catch something. Now what I see most of the time happen is the following. Someone or you would catch a fish, and the first thing you do is say, are you available for an appointment tomorrow to go view this property, or are you available for an appointment for me to come value your property? And 97% of the time, a lead is either going to ignore you or tell you no. And what you're going to do is get that fish and throw it right back into the same pond you're going to be fishing in tomorrow or the next day or that specific day, and say, man, Facebook ads sucks, or LinkedIn sucks, or Google ads sucks, or cold calling sucks, and you're just going to blame it on the market. And to be completely honest with you, this was me. I was this person who used to complain that the market sucked or the Facebook ads sucked, and not really understand why things weren't working for me. And the reason why this wasn't working for me was because you have inconsistent results, you're wasting your ad budget and your time, it's purely luck. You're hoping that you manage to find the right lead for you, and it only works if you have huge budgets that you don't mind wasting. It's not sustainable, it's hard to be profitable, and everyone is doing the exact same thing. Everyone is throwing their bait in, hoping to catch the right fish, and if they don't, they just throw them back, complain the leads suck, and try again. Right? And this approach, you're not looked at as the expert, right? Because all you're doing is you're coming across as very needy, because you're saying, okay, I got the lead, let's go on an appointment, right? You're not doing any work to deserve that lead and building trust or credibility. And the thing is, you've paid money for that lead, you've generated that lead, and you've spent your time and effort to actually catch that lead. And then what's happening is you're just throwing them back into the same pond you're going to be fishing in again. So it doesn't really make any sense. And it took my coach to explain this to me for me to really understand what I was doing wrong. As I explained in other videos, every single market, whether it be real estate, whether it be retail, whatever it is, only 3% of that market are ready to buy today, right? And what's happening is most marketers are focusing on that 3%. Everyone's trying to find the right buyer today. And the 97% of the market is being ignored and being told that these are time wasters, I don't want to deal with them, and they go back to trying to focus on the 3%. And to be honest with you, it completely shifted my mindset and changed my business to become more profitable and understand how ads actually work. And this is it. So again, imagine the same scenario. You're all fishing in the same pond, you're all trying to catch those dream buyers who are ready to buy today, but that's not the fact. Right? And instead, what happens when you catch a fish now is you move to qualify and prospect. Right? You lead with value, you answer the call, and you open up your messages showing that you're there to help that lead. You're not asking for an appointment, you're just qualifying and understanding exactly what that lead wants. You're asking open-ended questions, you're trying to figure out the current state the buyer or the lead is in, and you're trying to understand what their dream state is. Right? And your job then is to bridge that gap. If they're not ready to buy, that's fine. Because now, instead of getting this fish, complaining that the leads suck, and throwing it back into the same pond, we're going to go the other way. Right? We're going to go back home, we're going to take this fish with us, and we're going to put these fish in different boxes, right? So if this fish said they're a first time buyer, we put them in one box. If this fish that we caught is a property investor, we put them in another box. If this fish we caught is a family home and looking to buy a villa, we put them in another box. And we also understand when they're looking to buy, their motivations, why they're doing it, what their goals are. And when we're putting them in these boxes and labeling them, what does this enable us to do? This enables us to think in the mindset of, instead of losing that lead and complaining the leads suck, we go all the way back and we start feeding this fish, right? We start providing value. We do not sell, and you ask yourself, how can I provide enough value to this lead that once they're ready to buy, you are the first person they think about. You are the obvious choice because you have been shown that you're the expert, you understand the market, you understand their needs, you're giving them information, you're providing value, and you're becoming the authority in the space. And while you do this, over 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, heck, it could be like 10 months of you actually working on this lead and providing value, when they're ready to buy, they're in your aquarium, they're in your box, and they're not back in another pond that anyone else can steal for you. Right? And this is the secret, right? You go from only looking and luckily trying to find one fish to be able to build up your database of leads that are correctly tagged and qualified in different boxes. And you provide value to those leads specifically to what their goals are. And in doing so, you're cultivating and you're nurturing the leads into a sale. And we do this by many different ways. We can do email nurturing campaigns, you can do weekly and monthly follow-ups to that lead, you can do SMS-driven value messages, you can provide market updates, incentives that are out for that specific niche and that specific type of buyer. And the whole idea here is you do not try to sell. Right? We're just trying to provide value, and we're just trying to become experts in that field, so when they're ready to buy, you are the ones that want to buy. And the cool thing about all of this is that most of the things could be automated with tech. Right? The great thing is that once you've created these sequences, for example, an email campaign for first-time buyers, they're going to be receiving 1 email a day for the next month. For 5 money measuring mistakes when buying a new home, the home buying process explained, first-time buyers home guides, get up to $30,000 in cash for your new home. Whatever it may be, providing value. But you can automate all of these and create them once within a couple of hours. Is as soon as a lead is generated and put into this pipeline or into this box, all these automations are sent out. Right? You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be actually sending these emails out one by one. There's tech for you to do that automatically. So if we do this, basically, this is when we see running ads become effective and profitable. As you can see, your conversions increase over time. Right? There's something called what's your lead to cash. How long does it take for a lead to actually buy something with you? So once you start running ads and you start nurturing your leads, you can actually start tracking these numbers. And you're no longer hoping to find ready to buy leads like everyone else is and complaining that the market sucks and the leads suck. But now you get more bang for your buck. Right? Now you are actually making the money you're spending on ads actually make sense. And the fact that you're not needy and trying to sell makes people want to work with you. So it's all about giving, and not trying to take and sell as much as possible. Because if you do this, giving starts the process of receiving. So it's all about giving, not trying to sell, because giving starts the process of receiving. And in doing so, you will be looked at as an expert. People will want to work with you because they like you, they know you, and they trust you. And people buy from people they like, know, and trust. So basically, your funnel looks like this. You have a lead magnet you push out in ads. They fill out a lead form. You build up your database. If they are ready to buy and you are lucky, then you can sell. And if not, you go into your lead nurturing pipelines. And once you've fed those leads and you've nurtured them and you've provided value, when they're ready to buy, then you go back into selling. This is how you can see this funnel starts to work. Right? Without the lead nurturing, you're just doing what everyone else is doing. You're going to come across as salesy and needy, and nobody's going to want to buy with you because you're just hoping you can find the 3% who want to buy today. So I hope you can see the value in this. I hope you can learn the lesson that I learned the hard way by spending a lot of money and throwing away a lot of money and sort of burning money on ads, and finally figuring out what the ecosystem needs to be to actually profitably run ads, the process it takes to actually get leads to buy from you. Right? If it was this easy, if it was as easy as throwing some bait and getting a lead and closing a deal, everyone would be a millionaire. Everyone will just run ads, get a lead, and close the deal tomorrow. Right? But that's not the case. And when you analyze how winners work, this is the process. It's all about getting leads, it's all about nurturing, it's all about building trust, providing value, being the expert, and then moving into a sale when they're ready to buy. So I hope this helped. Comment down below if you have any questions, and I'd love to hear your feedback on how you could implement this into your business, and see you in the next one.